Honestly, I have a really good reason for buying this box of lures from Japan. And so I'm going to tell you what that is. And this reason is so good that you can probably use it for your wife or whoever it is in your life that says, do you really need more fishing lures? This is the answer. This shipment is from Ichibon Tackle. It's not a place I order from a lot, but there's a very specific reason I order from them. Let me find the excuse for ordering lures this time. See, they're in a separate package here. Oh no, where is the excuse? Oh, here we go. Okay, so the reason, is this straight? The reason that I had to order, I'm out of Megabass Karachis. I have some knockoffs, but I don't have any of the originals. If you have ever fished these before, you know how deadly they can be. If you've ever tried to buy them before, you know how hard they can be to find sometimes. And they had one of the I think it's one of the very cool colorways in here. I can't remember what they call it. Miyuki Madaka. So to me it looks kind of like a koi fish, but it basically is a rice fish pattern. But it's a light color. It's got a little bit of orange on it. I think it's a fantastic color. And then they did have a nice sort of like bluish shad. This one's called Sabano Kiwami. Literally within hours of placing my order, they were sold out of all the Karashis. Again, this bait is so hot right now. And I'll tell you what, it catches fish. I've tried to buy some cheaper ones and they just, first of all, most of the ones that I found don't have this. When you try to order the little flash trailer, it doesn't look the same. It doesn't fit the same. Bottom line is they had them in stock. But because the shipping is like $20, I couldn't just buy 2 lures, right? That would make these $28 lures, $27, $28 lures each. And while I've spent that before, it's just crazy, right? So why not get some more lures and spread that $20 across a bunch of lures? And that way, the cost of each lure is I'm saving $8 or $9 a lure. That's why I had to do it. Feel free to use that tip. My wife never asks. She doesn't care. Well, she might care a little bit, but she doesn't. She doesn't give me. All she'll say is, "Do you really need more lures?" Yes. So I have a handful of crawler lures, like topwater stuff. A lot of this is topwater focused in general. The Karashi is a little subsurface, so I'm sort of preparing for, late spring and all through the summer and fall, because topwater is arguably the most fun way to catch fish. When I start looking into the different crawler baits, Ichibon Tackle, I find that their website and the search function allows you to discover all kinds of new stuff, which is maybe not good for your checking account. It's great for their sales, but it helps you find new stuff. So have you seen these before? Have you used these before? I've barely seen them anywhere. These are a soft plastic crawler, and so they keep the weight nice and low and so they kind of work for bait finesse. And this is called the Rainy Frog color, so I'll be giving this a try. Another one, cicada lures. I have a handful of these crawler types, which I didn't fish last year. Shame on me. And again, no, don't tell my wife, but I don't really need more lures. But they have this bass tune of the cicada. There's a trout tune, which I have. I think it's called the Trick Trout. It's TMCO Trick Trout, but this is the bass tune version. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's another cicada crawler lure that I didn't have. I might do a big shootout. This one only weighs in at 4 grams, so pretty much anybody in bait finesse could fish this. This is another one. So Ichibon, another reason that I like to buy from them, they have some lures that it's hard to find other places. And I kind of feel like these different specialty tackle places in Japan, they all kind of have like certain parts of the line that they carry. And it's almost like there's a gentleman's agreement where they don't compete on certain lures. They didn't have many of these either, so I grabbed this one. Now here's the other reason that I really enjoy buying from Ichibon Tackle. So I picked up not 1, but 2 of these Depths Buzzjet Juniors. You may notice these aren't in the package. They sell used lures, and you can get them at an incredible price. And if you look at this, look at this and tell me what's not brand new looking about this. Like even this, even the little tail feather on the black one feels fantastic. So the Buzzjet Junior is typically around a $25 lure. I have never bought one before. This is kind of like a direct competition for me mentally and weight-wise for the Whopper Plopper 90 or the Whopper Plopper 75. So it's got a nice rattle in them. It's kind of a wake bait with a little prop on the end. But here's the amazing thing. I got each one of these for $8. So right there I saved $16 each, so that's $32 less than what I would have spent for new. But more importantly, both of these are limited edition colors. Like this one I think was from 2009 and this one was from like somewhere around 10 or 12 years ago. I wanted a black one and a white one. The fact that I was able to, the fish won't see these colors, but the fact that I was able to get a couple cool looking lures for essentially 67% off, and they're limited edition ones at that. That's 67% off the regular prices of the new ones. I think I said this was pretty much all topwater stuff, and I don't always remember exactly what I ordered, but that's exactly the case. The next one, I don't do a lot of pencil baits, but they had a really nice colorway of a Sammy, again, for dirt cheap. I think these go about 5.5 grams, if I remember correctly. Let me go get a scale. Almost 6 grams. So, and I don't have my overhead camera set up, so sorry about that. But again, this one looks basically new for like half or 2/3 the price of new. Here's another excuse to order from Ichibon. You know, I probably shouldn't have told you about Ichibon Tackle because now other people are going to be buying the same lures that I like to buy. It's going to be harder for me to get stuff. You know, another good thing is they're already out of the package. You're saving, it's environmentally friendly. Like I love the fact that they do this, and they're rated from like maybe D or clear down to F to A. I typically buy the A lures, but one of these was a C, but you know what? I'm not going to be able to tell which one it is because I don't know how they grade things. Maybe it was this one. This one's got a couple dings on it. So this was the C. So I'll show you that one next. I think it's great that they offer used lures. Here's the C. This one is a Imakatsu waddle bats. This is a wake bait that's got a little spinner on it. I've got one of these already, but this particular one in this color just looked like a smallmouth color to me. And so I wanted to get this wake bait as well. You can probably see it's got a little bit of wear on it, but it just looks like it's been fished. You know, when you look at the hooks are still fantastic. The hooks are still crazy sharp. I feel like they reconditioned them a little bit, but so this was, again, a fraction of the price of brand new. Next one, along with those cicada lures, this was one of the Megabass cicadas in I think it's called Harumi color, but this was a color I had wanted to get a couple times and it was sold out when I ordered. So I got that to go with this and a handful of others that I have. So I've got a smaller version of this. I think I've got the Nano, and this is the regular Siglet. And then the last one, this one, there's probably a video coming up, just having fun with this. But when I was looking for the Sammy, right, I wanted to see like, oh, is there any other topwater pencil lures? You know, something that, you know, because I have a couple that I use, but I'm looking for one that I like a lot better than the things that I have. Their search function allows you to find all kinds of cool things. So I typed in pencil lure. Look what I found. Isn't this great? So kind of the question is, but look, can you hear that? Put down here. Can you hear that? It's got a little bit of a rattle to it. I couldn't resist. It wasn't the cheapest of the lures. Man, these hooks are sharp too. Ow! Jeez. God. Okay, so just this isn't some like stupid company that came up with a crazy lure. This is made by Lucky Craft, right? Same people that make the Sammy, same people that, I mean, they make fantastic lures. And I'm not bleeding, but you can see how sticky those hooks are. So it's kind of a gimmick, but maybe not. So I'm going to try this too. And I don't remember how much it weighed. I remember looking and saying, well, I can throw it on some of my rigs. It's actually not that heavy. So it must be hollow. It's only 10 grams. So a lot of bait finesse rigs can throw it, but I'll throw it on one of my power BFS rigs. So anyway, that's my latest haul from Ichibon Tackle. My challenge this year for myself is to try to fish most of these lures that I have sitting around. I love buying lures. I love showing you lures. I need to do a better job of fishing with all of these lures. I have a plan, but that doesn't mean that I can't change my plan. So, which one of these do you want to see first? We're getting to the point where the water's starting to warm up, so we're probably 3 weeks away from getting out of that first sort of lethargic part of the post-spawn, potentially. The fishing is really starting to pick up. Let me know which one you want to see, and I'll get that out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hey, don't tell anybody about this Ichibon Tackle and selling used lures. Like, let's keep that between you and me, okay? Unless you need to tell your wife.